Heat and humidity could provide the fuel for some really potent thunderstorms across Kentucky on your Friday. Hey there, friends. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. It is Thursday, June 11th, 2026. As I'm recording this, you're probably going to end up seeing it on the 27th. And it could be an active day of weather. And it looks like we've got two potential rounds of thunderstorms to deal with. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. I got some of the model data pulled up here. And you can see we're going to see a dying line of thunderstorms cross into western and northern Kentucky early on Friday morning. There's some ongoing severe weather off to our north. We'll show you that here in a minute. And that will likely move into the bluegrass early on Friday. Could be on the strong side. One or two of those could be severe. But there's better chances in eastern Kentucky tomorrow night of severe weather, but I don't think everybody will see it. And the main things we're watching out for: damaging winds, heavy rain, and some pretty frequent lightning out there. And part of what's fueling it is just the obscene amount of humidity out there. Dew points running near 70 or into the 70s across most of the state tonight. And anytime you get that dew point into the 70-degree range, the air is downright tropical. This is the air you could wear. It's that real soupy, thick atmosphere. And you just feel it. You start sweating within a couple minutes of being outside. Well, that humidity, coupled with the heat that we're going to see tomorrow and a cold front moving in, could spark off those showers and storms. In fact, we're already seeing thunderstorms across portions of Illinois and Indiana tonight. In fact, a pretty significant severe weather ongoing across a large chunk of Indiana and Michigan right now, with multiple tornado warnings ongoing as I'm recording this at 11 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday night. But you see that thunderstorm complex trails all the way back into Missouri, so there is a pretty good chance that a good chunk of Kentucky will see those thunderstorms as they move in and begin to die off tomorrow morning. So places like Louisville, Owensboro, Paducah, Covington, right there along the Ohio River, going to have the best chance of some strong thunderstorms for your Monday morning. And because of that, Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe weather outlining all of western and northern Kentucky, this dark green shade with general thunderstorms in eastern Kentucky. Then, as we go into the afternoon, the threat shifts eastward over into portions of the Big Sandy and the Cumberland Valley, from Williamsburg over to Corbin, Hazard, Pikeville, Prestonsburg. You're going to be under a level 2 risk, a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, a slight risk of severe weather. And what that means is we could see a few hit or miss strong to severe thunderstorms. We're not talking a full-on severe weather outbreak, but definitely the potential for a few warnings. Some of those storms could produce large hail or damaging winds. There is a small tornado threat tomorrow, but it's not a great shot. Here's the big picture right now on Radar Omega, and you can just see all the reports of damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes with these thunderstorms as they've rolled through portions of Illinois and Indiana and also up into Michigan right now. This is a very potent line of storms that is pushing off to the east. It's being driven by this cold front that's going all the way down to Oklahoma City and into the panhandle of Texas, and that entire line will continue to push eastward through the overnight. Now, it should die down a bit since we've lost the heating of the day, but the outflow from that and the front approaching tomorrow will likely set the stage to refire more thunderstorms tomorrow during the afternoon. So let's map it all out using the HRRR model, the HRRR. Here we go into Friday morning, 3 a.m. See a rogue thunderstorm maybe in central Kentucky, a few approaching the Louisville metro area. 4 a.m. Better chances in western Kentucky about 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern time. Then that thunderstorm line should die down by about 9 or 10 o'clock as it starts to move towards the I-75 corridor. We may see a stray shower or two in London around 10 or 11 a.m. tomorrow, but those will continue to die off. Then the heat cranks. We're talking 90s in southern Kentucky, mid-80s in northern and western Kentucky as that cold front moves in. Now, depending on how far east that front gets before those storms refire, is going to determine how many storms we see. The latest run of the HRRR keeping a lot of the storms over into the two Virginias region, with just a few storms for us in southern and eastern Kentucky tomorrow night into Saturday morning. We'll have to see if it ends up playing out that way or not, and then we'll be watching for more storms to dive in from the southwest Saturday night into Sunday. And once again, those may have a strong wind component with them. And anything that does go up will produce heavy rain, but it's going to be very isolated and spotty in nature. Most of the state going to see less than a quarter of an inch. But you get under one of those strong thunderstorms once or twice, you may wring out about 2 inches of rain in just an hour or so. Now let's go to the long-range European forecast model, taking on into Sunday. That's when our next cold front rolls in. That's going to be kind of the best chance of rain over the next several days as cooler weather begins to move in. And yes, we're talking much cooler. Lows going to go into the 50s on Monday morning, highs into the 70s. It's going to feel more like April than June out there across the Commonwealth on Monday, and again on Tuesday will be a little bit warmer, probably mid to upper 70s Tuesday, with another rain shot as another system dives on in. And it looks like we're going to get a kind of a frontal boundary stalling out over top of us for most of next week, keeping the forecast pattern very active, keeping several chances of rain in, and also keeping some cooler weather around. Now, not a ton of rain, but it may be some to help the drought conditions. We're looking at a widespread half inch to inch statewide, but remember, that's kind of the broad scale. That's not looking at individual thunderstorms. You get those individual thunderstorms, it could drop a quick inch or two in just a couple of hours. But you're going to notice almost a daily shot of rain over the next 7 days, with a small chance on Saturday, at least in London, 30% chance, 20% chance of Monday rain, and then same story on Tuesday, and then we'll bump that rain chance up to 30% on Wednesday, 60% chance on Thursday. So overall, the pattern looking pretty active, with the best chance, of course, coming on Sunday with that 90% chance. So overall, an active pattern across the bluegrass. I will try to post updates as I can tomorrow. I am going to be on the road, so I don't know if I'll be able to do a full video tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see about that. I'll try to post some updates on my Facebook page and on Twitter if need be. And I will have a complete wrap-up coming up towards the end of the weekend, so be on the lookout for that. So until then, take care, stay weather aware, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care out there, friends.